Hello teacups, what's brewing? I saw we had a new upload from Chantal and I was scrolling through my feed, not doing much else. So I thought, let's take a break from the hours of Animal Crossing I've been playing today and let's have a react. But I have concerns. I know I say that a lot in regards to Chantal, but there's a couple of things concerning me right now. One, it's a car mukbang, which always goes well. It says with a special guest. If it was Pete's, I'm guessing she'd say Pete's. So it's going to be either Rena or her mum or sister, I'm guessing, because that's literally the only people I've ever heard her really discuss on this channel. I mean, it's unlikely to be BB. She's too ashamed to eat with him. So we'll see who that is. Second, she did have a pinned comment at the bottom of her video. Basically, I'll put it in here somewhere, saying, "Bug off everybody, I'm deleting any comments to do with the food I'm eating, 36 years old, I don't need patronising." Now, I remember her 3 weeks ago sobbing nearly on camera, being like, "The food's gonna kill me." Well, actually, she wasn't sobbing, but very like serious face. The food, you know, I've got to bury it before it buries me. And you can go back and back. I was recently, when I started looking at kind of her cycles again, I had this idea in my mind that I was going to do a whole like year in review at some point, but oh, she goes through some. But I found the ones done right about New Year when she was going through the same serious phase. I've got some health concerns. I really need to get healthy. So I think for her to be like, "Bug off, I don't want to hear it." It's not unexpected from her. It's certainly got precedent, but we're not the ones looking into the camera saying we're going to die with the junk food. So I think it's a bit rich to get an attitude with people being like, "Hey, 3 weeks ago you said this was going to kill you and you're eating it now." So yeah, that is what it is, I suppose, and we're gonna go see what this is about. Hello, Foodie Beauty. Oh,
Sam,
cats have returned.
I gave you breakfast.
Hey guys, hey. How are you?
Oh, so number one, we have a new angle on the tray. Like we were set up to the side before, but now the tray is right up here and it's set up in front of her. Is that because she's having trouble fitting in? Maybe? I guess we'll see.
I look a hot mess. I'm just checking with you guys quickly. I'm having lunch. I'm having McDonald's, Beezer.
No, Beezer. She uses this term Beezer in the same way Amber Lynn uses the binge monster. It's a way to kind of separate your own sense of responsibility from your actions. And in Amber Lynn's case, she says the binge monster. But in Chantal's case, being a Beezer kind of infantilizes. That's a more difficult word than I was anticipating it would be. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't be making fun of anyone. But it's just a way, it makes it more childish. Let's go with that because that's something I can apparently pronounce. I will say it's 20 past midnight. The sleep has not been good to me just recently. And it's just an excuse. "Oh yeah, I'm Beezin. Haha, I'm so cute, I'm so quirky, I'm just eating junk food." And I don't like that that's the kind of ultimate get out of jail free. "Oh, I'm Beezin."
No. Well, I haven't been eating out nearly as much as I usually do. And
Dude, didn't you do a seafood Alfredo like 3 or 4 days ago? I seem to remember that. I mean, yes, technically it is less than you usually do, but it's still a fair amount.
which is good. And I figure I love McDonald's, so when I'm really craving McDonald's, I'll have McDonald's, but eating one meal is not.
I'm not sure what she's eating one meal. Like, yeah, usually she eats multiples, but is that cause for congratulations? I'm not sure. Am I being a bit harsh because it's late? Maybe, but
as bad as eating, you know, usually I eat 2 or 3. So
It's still junk food,
yeah,
though.
small
And it still triggers you to eat more junk, so...
improvements, right? So we have some fries.
I won't call this an improvement.
All right, so...
Can I also say, I don't know if she's going to reference it in this video, but I do find, hilariously, in the description box below her video, she has a link to the HelloFresh meals that she's currently not cooking. Because I don't know if, like, she's got the affiliate code. I don't know if they sent it her for free so that she had to mention it a certain amount of times, like she did with the air fryer and she does with the water bottle. Like, there's usually rules about that. So despite the fact that she's going to be hammering McDonald's in this video, she's still shilling HelloFresh in the description.
I'm really hungry. I've been on the go, which is why I look like crap. I had to get up so early.
Doing what? Glass houses, because I got some scheduling problems at the moment, but how early? When you say so early, do you mean just normal time? Because I feel like you might just mean normal time.
So I had a bath right before bed because I knew that I wouldn't be having a shower because I'd be getting up so early. Not just that, but I have to like time my showers.
I thought she was told that she shouldn't have baths. She should have showers and she shouldn't point the water towards her back. And I know she would have healed a little bit since then, but if she's still getting the wound packed, I would imagine, because that's one reason I would consider her having to leave if for some reason the nurse visit couldn't come. But I feel like soaking it in water isn't good for the healing if it's being packed.
Baths are okay, because I can keep my dressing dry.
How?
But showers, I have to like...
But how though? Sorry, am I stupid? Maybe. If you're having a bath, you're sitting in the water. If you're not sitting in the water, you're not cleaning yourself. It's not like you can keep your back out. If she sits up so her back's not in the water, she's not going to be clean. What? Why?
Like time them like I shower before the nurse comes. That way I can wash my hair in the shower and stuff, you know? So, used one of my Lush bath bombs last night.
Again, something that wouldn't be good for an open wound, a fuck ton of glitter and whatever else is in there.
So, let's start eating. Let's
She
give you a
bathed
beauty bite fry.
the bottom
Beauty
half
bite?
of herself.
They're fresh too. I'm thirsty.
They're full of salt. I'm guessing that's soda.
My day's not even nearly done. That's why I'm getting a video out of the way because...
Is this her excuse for this? She's saying, oh, I had to get a video done and I was so busy I had to get fast food. You didn't have to do any of those things. You've gone more than 2 days without a video before. And don't get me wrong, like, I like the content, I get to react to it, but like, there was no guns to your head here. I think this was just an excuse. I was so busy I had to stop for food, so I thought I'd get a video done at the same time.
I'll tell you part of what I had to do today. I had to go see a skin doctor. The skin doctor...
Dermatologist, surely?
Was very far away.
Right.
And then... So the doctor came in, looked at... I showed you guys a picture a long time ago, some like weird spots on my legs.
Oh!
Markings on my legs.
It's not her boil. She did. She had these kind of... They almost look like birthmarks, to be honest. They were kind of like slightly darker brown, more birthmark than spot. So, oh, I'm actually interested in this.
Now there's some on my feet.
Oh, so it's spreading. It's reassuring.
A fungus or ringworm or something.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't. It looked nothing like either of those two things. I would have been a lot more grossed out by ringworm or fungus. It was neither.
I know, gross, but... He's looking at them, he's like, they're blanching, ringworm doesn't blanch. Ringworm is more raised.
Ringworm is
I'm
red,
gonna have my
man.
colleague look at it. So then another guy comes in, looks at them, they take this like blue light, turn the lights off. They're like looking at my legs and stuff. And seagulls are eating fries. Like, they're just like, don't know what it is. Like, it's not itchy, so it's not a fungus.
I should point out, when she first shared this photo, there was some talk of it being like diabetes related on the kiwi farms, but I will say most things get related to that when it comes to anything she shows. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know if that's a common side effect, but I love how she's like, it could be anything. I'm like, dude, you're slamming a burger and fries right now. Let's keep things realistic.
It's not related to my
blood sugar?
Blood thinners.
Oh, blood thinners.
It's not diabetes related.
That tone. she was waiting for it.
It's some kind of like inflammation response, so...
That's actually mildly interesting. But she just said they weren't inflamed. They didn't look in... Oh, see if I can find that picture.
They gave me a strong steroid cream. Because my family doctor prescribed Betaderm to try and it didn't do anything.
I don't know what Betaderm is.
So they prescribed something stronger. And that's more easily absorbed, I guess. So I'm going to try that.
I'm going to have to see if I can find the picture, but it's going to be very difficult to do so. But it, like I said, it looked a bit like a birthmark. It didn't look like a rash of some kind. It didn't look like something cream would solve, but the doctor's obviously not me, but that seems an odd choice.
And then there's just all this other stuff I'm running around doing, and
such as
all this other stuff going on in my life.
All this other stuff going on in my life. What are you doing right now, dude? Help me.
I had a therapy appointment, and
Ooh.
I'm just like...
Oh, I'm pleased. If she actually did have a therapy appointment, like, I could understand that being a lot. She can open her eyes. I think she's been a bit overdramatic, but yeah, I can understand that being quite a step, both emotionally and physically. So, yeah, I can see her being a bit exhausted by that. I imagine the mental exhaustion of that would be quite high.
It's so hard for me talking about...
Therapy's hard for everyone, but yeah, no, I give you credit for that.
You know, my issues with food.
Completely unironically, you know, my issues with food is crazy to me. I mean, I was through general weight loss surgery community people. There have been people who have been into therapy and they were finding that they were eating more afterwards because stirring up kind of those emotions was also poking at their binge response. So that could be part of this. Having taken that step and gone through that difficulty, she's now emotionally eating, which is kind of the opposite of what therapy is there to do, but I can understand, Jesus. I can understand, especially with it being early days and really it just kind of cracking things open, that it could be hard to deal with and she might be having an emotional binge response. I mean, I can't make fun of her for that. That's got to be hard. I still don't think this is the answer, but I can understand why she's doing it.
I don't like talking about it. No?
You talk about it on here. You talk about it on here all the time. I mean, to be fair, it's different when you can't see the people you're talking to. However much backlash you may get online, it's always going to be harder talking to an actual person.
About stuff like that. Because it's painful.
I mean, that's fair.
To realize, like, how it's ruined my life. So, I'm just dealing with a lot.
No, that's fair.
I do want to upload more, but...
I do think taking care of her mental health is more important. I wish it wasn't pushing her to this, but I'm glad she took the step. Now only if she sticks with it.
I do feel positive that I've just been like being more productive at taking steps to getting things done that I need to do.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'll give you credit for that. And we bitch at her all the time about that.
I'm too good at avoiding responsibilities when I just don't feel well. You know? Diet Coke, by the way.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I say this, I always get a comment like, why would you bother getting a Diet Coke? I don't understand people who have that logic, because it's like...
For the record, I'm with her on this. Like, if you're already having all those calories, why add more in the drink? Although there are some people who think, oh, a Diet Coke will fix it. Nah, you know? Like, it's still a bad meal, but if you like Diet Coke, why have the extra empty calories on top of the ones you're already eating?
Why add the extra, 200-300 calories for the drink, you know, when you could... Every bit helps, but not just that. It's just too sweet, really. And I'm not in the mood for like really sweet right now. So
wipe your mouth, please. Wipe your mouth, please. There's no reason for that. I'm terrified someone's gonna see her. I said wipe your mouth, not I check the camera and lick it. You just Who's she looking
There's
for?
a seagull just waiting. I gotta get more fry. Probably not good for him. Why?
The seagull's freaking her out. Let me feed him. It's not good for you, and it's not good for
I
it.
feel so bad.
What, you're killing seagulls right now?
Oh, she's gonna call all his buddies now.
It's not gonna kill him, let's face it. Chantal, don't do that again. That's immediately gonna be a GIF all over the internet.
You better not, you little thief. Oh, he's so cute! Do they eat peanuts? You're so cute! I gotta give him more fries.
Please don't. It's not...
Don't run away from me.
I mean, can you blame him?
It's okay.
Oh, and also that's not the most flattering angle of you, my darling. And I mean that with not the unkindness that maybe it's coming out with, but you uploaded this, you could have helped yourself there.
I feel so bad. I don't even know if these are good for them.
What? They're not good for humans. Why would they be good for birds? Oh my god.
Sorry.
I mean, seagulls eat pretty much anything. They'll live.
Feed it.
But
it's probably not good for him. Really, to be honest. Not good for me either.
Yeah.
I'm cooking later tonight. Well, around dinner. I have to bring Timbit to the vet. Hopefully one more time. Get her sutures removed.
Oh. The way she said that, hopefully one more time, made it sound like she was having to put down. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Again, don't.
There's a seagull just
don't do that to yourself, because it sets you up for criticism. I mean, you threw food at him. What were you expecting?
I feel so bad.
Right. So there was a cut there, which means she, in a very small way, edited this video. She could have done herself some favors.
I'm not even really, like, super hungry. I thought I was, but...
So why eat it? If you weren't that hungry, go home. If you're not that hungry, stop eating. Be like, oh, I had an emotional response. I thought I wanted this. I've eaten a few bites. Yeah, okay, no, I'm done. You can do that. Stop feeding the motherfucking thing. Seagull. I wanted to say squirrel and it wasn't a squirrel.
Have fun. Timbit's feet. Good news.
Oh, good.
Turns out to just be something that can be cured, but... Hi.
Please, just get to the point,
He's
please.
even closer. There's always a seagull or two in the parking lot at a fast food joint. I mean... Oh, in the trees over there, I saw a big fat groundhog. It looked like me.
Oh. And again, do yourself a favor. You know, I genuinely think she's doing this on purpose here because all this drama that's been, oh, the Hater Nation, they're always so unkind and so toxic. And what she's doing is baiting people to take pictures of that, to share it so she can be like, look how cruel they are. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but if you paint the target on your back, don't be surprised that someone shoots you.
Yeah, that's good news, because otherwise they thought it would be something...
What news?
Some kind of disorder that would require her to be on steroids forever, and... Hallelujah. It's not that.
Okay, well that's good, but you haven't actually told us what it is.
I don't go in and see her much because she has FLV or whatever. I don't want to transmit it to my cats, thank you.
That is not... Last time you said you went in and saw her every day for a little while.
If I do see her, I wash my hands.
It's going to make an unkind remark there, I'll refrain.
So, yeah, I received a delivery of that.
Oh,
those good food kit.
She just got sauce all there because she was reaching over and smeared it. And it's still there? Although she's about to talk about those good food kits. Hang on. She's back to them. Wipe your mouth.
I'm gonna do a video.
Wipe your mouth. If interested, use my referral link. Nuh-uh. If you can't stick to it, why would I want to buy it from you?
On one of them. I'm gonna cook that for dinner tonight. It's like chicken breast.
Wait, before you tell me how healthy it is, you're gonna cook one of them or you're gonna cook both portions of one of them? Because that's two different things, and I'm fine with one, I'm less fine with two.
Green beans, potatoes.
I mean, it sounds good, and when she was doing it, I thought it was a good choice for her.
Gonna be tired, but
she couldn't stick
too
to one
often
portion.
bad for me. People are tired, chronically tired. People work full-time jobs. Take care of kids. And go through their day tired. That's what I gotta do.
That sauce is still on her arm right there. Look at it.
Poor thing is getting rained on. I just feel bad. That went down hard.
Oh, stop eating it.
My stomach's been kind of messed up.
Well, what have you eaten since the last time I saw you? Because I'm sorry, she doesn't get this attitude suddenly. She's been off for a couple of days and now she's mukbanging McDonald's in her car. That was obviously a slide down. So if your stomach's messing up, the only time your stomach super messes up is when you've eaten an entire meatloaf or you've eaten things that don't agree with your stomach. That's why you have such regular problems. So chances are, let's see what she says, but chances are it's because she's eaten things she shouldn't have eaten.
So, like, what is the natural diet of a seagull anyway?
Non-catch is the answer.
I don't even know at this point.
It's a seagull, so I'd imagine things that come out of the sea.
I had to get my blood tests done. I'm in the process of going through testing for my
For what?
breathing.
Blood tests? Oh, because they were clots, yeah? Not x-rays?
I think I told you about that. I talked to the pulmonologist guy.
I know nothing about this.
Lung specialist.
I was going to make fun of her and then I remembered I couldn't speak at the beginning of this video and I'm going to shut up.
I don't need to get any more like CTs or any more x-rays because he's like 100% convinced it's not cancer or anything like that.
Oh, she did tell us this.
Probably just scarring from the blood clots I had really bad pneumonia one time and bronchitis. So
I can see someone walking behind her through the thing of her car. I'm waiting for her to spot them and freak out.
I'm being tested for asthma and like breathing conditions like that. So I got my blood test today. Yeah, my life is boring.
That's the most interesting thing you've done in weeks. Like having to, outside of your food content, having to go. This was a terrible freeze frame. I'm so sorry. Having to go out and actually do things is content at least. Too bad you didn't vlog. I would have preferred a vlog to this.
That seagull is stalking me out. I have peanuts in the car because
Please don't.
I saw a bunch of squirrels here.
Much like you, they might be able to eat it, doesn't mean they should. So please don't.
So I went out outside before filming and just shot like a whole bunch of peanuts.
And again, didn't film it.
And like, you know.
Share
Now,
it with
normally
us.
when I go to McDonald's,
Make a vlog.
even now I'm like, no, you're gonna have one meal. And my mind was like, that's not enough. Like throwing a tantrum.
You just said you didn't
And
want
it is
it.
enough. You know. I will have my supper later, which is lower calorie, and
I will go and check the Good Food website, but they're reasonable calorie, lower calorie than this, which is going to be over 1,000, but they were like 800 and something calories each, and she eats 2 portions. So before we start bandying around, probably better quality food for sure, but don't be too sure.
a snack, yogurt and some almonds.
I can't believe she's
You guys like the what I eat in a day videos?
still trying to sell us on the fact that she's healthy while eating this.
I just feel like if you're a fat person, people just expect you to just be eating like salad. Eat a salad, eat a salad, eat a salad.
Preferable to this. I mean, you don't have to just eat salad, but there is a middle ground between salad greens and McDonald's mukbang. You need to find your middle ground.
I'm just trying to be realistic because I haven't been before.
Not eating junk is realistic. I'm not saying you never have to have something nice ever again, but for the sake of your binge eating, for the sake that you know it triggers you, not having fast food is realistic. It's just difficult. It's difficult for you because you're used to it and because you want it and because you crave it. That's part of dieting. You're gonna have to at some point be like, nah, I can't have this at least for a while.
And for me, even little things like that, like just saying no to upsizing my fries or saying no to the 2 extra McDoubles.
Oh my God.
Or regular soda. It's just like, those little things are easier for me to achieve right now.
Yeah, because they're easier to do. And it's good you're doing them, but you shouldn't, she knows damn well that this was a terrible thing to do for her. Mentally, a terrible thing for her to do because she's just gonna wanna do it more. And now she's gonna go home, she's gonna cook the 2 portions of this meal and have her snack. And she's gonna want more because she's just had some.
Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Goodbye, my friend. I hope you find some food. I hope someone shares.
The song is not necessary. If this is all this is, I'm cutting it off here. Okay, that was that. She seemed kind of sad in this video. Now, I do think that therapy is just going to churn up a whole number of things. I'm frankly shocked she went to an appointment. I'd like more details. Like, obviously she might not be comfortable sharing what she's saying in session, but more details of kind of what kind of therapist she's seeing in that sense to basically see if it's legit. But I can understand that she might not be comfortable completely sharing. But it's only going to be good for her if she keeps going, which is something historically she's had trouble with. I'm really disappointed, but not surprised that she's eating fast food again. I think her saying, well, I didn't have 2 meals is irrelevant. Like, just, yes, her argument seems to be, well, it could have been worse. And I've been giving her a lot of credit for that. Yes, this could have been worse. We've seen her do worse. But there's only so far that goes. And she knows exactly what fast food does to her. She knows exactly what eating in her car does to her. And that's why she's so defensive in her comments right now, being like, I don't need to be patronized. Well, honey, you need something because you're still doing it. And therapy, if you stick with it, which I definitely think you should, I think it would be incredibly helpful, is going to prod at some uncomfortable places for you. And so you need to figure out better management techniques than going and eating afterwards. Because later tonight, assuming you get those meal packs, assuming you cook it, I've never seen you eat just one portion of it. Actually, no, that's a lie. The barbecue chicken, you did say there were leftovers. You did the first time, but after that you ate 2. So really, the major thing you've got to do, if you're going to eat some of this, which I genuinely, as someone who herself is not capable of moderating, I have to either have it or not have it. I don't think it's a good choice for you to have a little when it comes to fast food. I think other foods, I think when you're cooking it at home, you don't get as bingy as you do when it's from a fast food place, because a massive part of your ritual when it comes to fast food is going out in the car and getting it. And if you were to remove yourself from that, I think that might help you. But this ain't it. This is not going to help you reach any of your goals. And it's great that you've made a turn towards therapy, but you've got to keep going with it. And you've got to recognize as part of that the unhealthy behaviors and not just the unhealthy foods. So that's where we are with everything, guys. I'm not sure what else to say about it. I'll get this edited up for you. I really hope she steps away from the fast food. I always said that meal kit was really good for her if she could just learn to eat one portion. Because I really genuinely think it works well for her. It lets her do the ordering that she needs to do in a healthier way and still gives her variety without as much effort as having to do things from scratch. So I'm glad she's back on them because I think they're good for her. But as with anything, she needs to be able to control her portions. All right, teacups, I will see you next time, and like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified on everything and all the other YouTubey stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.